Hello guys, in this video we're going to compare the Nissan Leaf to a Renault Zoe in case you're in between these two cars. If you're new to this channel, in this channel we review a lot of electric cars, but it is mainly a family channel, so we cover issues like pregnancy, health, and feel free to check out other videos and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So let's get it started. So first we're going to cover the outsides of the car, and this is the design of the Nissan Leaf, and this design makes me want to cry, but somehow it appeals to women. If it had a normal design, I feel that the Nissan would sell a lot more of these because it's actually a wonderful car to drive, but the looks, ugh. Now when it comes to the Renault Zoe design, I would say it's much better, but if I compare this design to other Renaults, the designers were thinking, how can we have the ugliest car in our lineup? And then they're like, okay, this is what we can come up with. But maybe it's just me, but it looks nothing like a Model 3 or an X or any other compelling looking electric car. So when it comes to these two cars, the differences are not that big. This is a bit more expensive version, and it is a little bit bigger, and it does feel a bit better to drive. This is a cheaper version, it's smaller. In the new version you have a lot more range. It says you can get up to 400 kilometers in range, but in real life you get maybe up to 300 kilometers, which is a lot better than the 120 to 150 kilometers real life of this. So the charging on both is very similar. It's in the front. One thing that is better on the Renault Zoe is that it has one plug into the car, and you can connect 3-phase, 2-phase, fast charging, everything in this one connector. When you come over to the Nissan Leaf, they do have different plugs. This is the normal plug that goes into the normal outlet that you have at home, and this is the fast charging. But Nissan does not have 3-phase charging, which is a very big upset for me. I don't know why they don't do that. If you are from Nissan and watching this video, please let me know in the comments. Maybe I don't know something, but it's why would you not have 3-phase on an electric car? When it comes to the charging and the range of these cars, we have another video that you can check up here that is about the myth of range anxiety on electric cars. I don't think it matters that much because you always charge in the evening and it's always full in the morning. And this car with the 300 kilometers of real range, you would technically never ever have to worry about how long it takes to charge the car. But I will say one thing, as they have 3-phase charging, this car could be charged in about half the time as the Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf from full empty to fully charged takes about 12 to 15 hours actually, but as you could see in this video that I linked, you would never ever use the car to fully empty, so you never charge from fully empty to full. So it's not really something that in practical life you think with. It both just takes the whole night, and both you can use the whole day. Being a Nissan Leaf user, I do not fully understand on the design, like they could have made this wider and having a bigger boot, they would have won space with it. I don't know why they didn't do it, but we still fit with the baby pram and quite a lot of baby stuff. So 2 kids, 2 adults on a road trip fit in this car, and very good with space. On the other hand, this one is not a family car, it's a much smaller car, so just think with this when you would want to buy it, and nearly not as much space. I'm not even sure that the baby pram would fit in here, but it's definitely not a family car.
This is the back seat and the space planning of the Nissan Leaf, and as you could see, I have quite a lot of space when I am sitting on the back seat. I'm comfortably sitting, but if I would be a man, I don't think I would have enough space.
So this is the inside of the Renault Zoe. I really like the design of the shift gear. It's very comfortable. I mean, it's like any other shift gear, but I'm a Nissan Leaf owner, so I have this little joystick. The inside of this car is a bit too much plastic for me, and it's a bit too simple. What I don't like is that on the steering wheel you only have the cruise control, and all other controls are behind here. And for example, the music control is like hidden here, and to change over to your car's Bluetooth you cannot really see what you're doing, and this is not so user-friendly for me. So the inside of the Nissan Leaf somehow feels more comfortable. On the Renault Zoe everything is plastic. One thing that is really cool is the gear shift in the Renault Zoe. Here it's like this joystick, and it looks really cool, and it's really awesome to shift gears with this, but I mean it really is it's a joystick. The car, when you drives very nice. It's actually surprisingly, I know the eco mode on this car, and it's surprisingly reactive. You just press on the gas and it just it shouldn't be a fast car, but it feels like a very, very fast car because you have this instantaneous electric torque. And you have regenerative braking, so it means that when you're driving, not only is the car automatic, but you almost never use the brakes, so you technically drive with one pedal. And this I really, really miss from the Renault Zoe. And another thing that I complained on the Zoe was how the steering wheel was, and there was too little controls, and only the cruise control was on the steering wheel. Here you have the cruise control on the wheel, but you can change the music, you can answer the phone, you can do a lot of things. You can like navigate the computer, put the car in eco mode, and it's just very, very user friendly. The steering wheel has heating in it, and it's leather. Not everything is plastic in this car. Simple joys of life. I want to show you something that I really, really, really like about this car, and it has to do with the keyless driving. You don't even actually ever have to take up the key, because when you walk away with the key from the car, it locks by itself. Beautiful, I love it. And you have it in your pocket like this. You just press this button and it opens. I love this. Woohoo! Okay, I'm done. So in closing, this car you would use as a young person or someone who doesn't have a family, kids and toddlers. It is cheaper than the Nissan Leaf. The range of the car, having 300 kilometers real life range, is actually a very big plus point. The car is not as nice as the Nissan Leaf, and it does drive a bit more sluggish than the Nissan Leaf, and it does not have regenerative braking.
The Nissan Leaf, I think, is better for a family. If you have 2 toddlers or 2 babies or kids, then 2 kids definitely can fit in the back with car seats, so that's not a problem. The design is very girly, I think, so I would definitely say it's more like a girl car than a man car. And the interior is very spacey and very nice. I really love this car. And it's true that this car doesn't have that much range than the Renault Zoe, but example for me, for the activities I do with the kids is enough, so I don't have this problem. But if you drive more and you go different places, then you definitely need to consider a bigger range. I hope you guys like this video, and give us a like if you do, and comment below. I linked some products for you in the description. Click on it, and see you in the next video. Bye!